Think, think, Ugandan president. Dear Mr. Ugandan president, you make laws that pick on a particular group for being different and operating from the blueprint or staple of what a human being should operate as in a set society. But look and observe nature, like you so-called respect. Do you see that everything's different? That you think it's of order, but it's not? Other animals eating other animals, but they're not picking differences. All they see is one of a particular species that they want to prey on, the predator and the prey. But look at us, human beings. We're picking on other people for operating and loving different from operating in their natural process, the way nature had intended them to be in the first place. Even though you may not see it as being natural, but to them it is. They're just being themselves just like you. Let's say if the shoe fits on the other foot and that the world was different and homosexuality was more of a norm than heterosexuality. Would you think it's fair that the homosexuals create laws to go against heterosexuality? I think not. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. So why do you think it's right? Even if you say it's tradition that you go against homosexuality, the LGBTQIA plus community, or anyone, just because of how they love different. They're made different. They are different on purpose. They're not the same. No one is the same. And you may say there was never a time when homosexuality wasn't a thing, but it was always. Even if it done in secret, it was always there. Even through your history, in your time. And I can recall several stories that I was told about African tradition and culture. How they respect and revere homosexuality. The duality, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Present in a person or multiple people. People cannot help but be themselves. It's a dynamic, it's a spectrum of duality, the spectrum of living in this existence. I can recall so many stories involving tradition and rituals where boys become men. They go through several processes. Cutting of the foreskin, ingesting bodily fluids of their elders to be portrayed and reach the status of their manhood from a boy to a man. The implanting of the male genitalia in the earth, which is not just mother nature, but father nature. Isn't that an act of homosexuality? You can call Gaia, Mother Gaia, or whatever, but it's also a father, because there's the duality of the sexualities in nature itself. The divine, feminine, and masculine is in nature. You see both. With the tree, with the seed. Because the male, has the seed of creation implanted into the woman. If you're talking about procreation, reproduction, she is the soil, the womb that houses that seed to develop. See how beautiful nature is? I understand heterosexuality is a normal occurrence, but so is homosexuality. A person can't help but how they desire. That doesn't mean they won't change or evolve or consider both. Like Muslims do both. Have a wives and husbands, or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But the thing I'm saying is, you're doing your country a disservice by condemning a certain lifestyle. Because in the end of the day, you're all still Africans. We're all still human beings. We're all still people. We all still bleed the same color blood. They just happen to love differently and not the way that you think they should. Just if you're trying to make the country better, separating is not the answer. Because in the end, when the enemy sees you, they don't see, oh, he's straight, he's gay. They just see a Ugandan or a black person or white or a Herman. They don't care about if you're gay or straight or bi. So why should you? Nature does not care if you straight, bi, or pansexual, or trans, or anything, any of that. Nature is the best example. When death comes, it comes for anyone and everyone. When a predator comes, it comes from anyone that is readily available to pounce on and be eaten alive. Think in love. Turn down the hate, turn down the pain, turn down your trauma, and internalize who you are. If that's the issue, you are brave enough to. A man can still be a productive part of society and still love who they love. There is no excuse for this. If you really want unity in your country, respect everyone's differences. Because they belong there too. That's their land too. That's their home. And you're gonna tear that away from them just because they're different? When you should be fighting for unity, to strengthen Uganda, to make it a flourishing country where you can live in peace and make it much better than what it was before. One thing you don't need to incorporate is self-hatred. It's not gonna make the country better.